Access more.
No matter who you are, life can feel like a roller coaster. But in the beauty and the chaos, life is full of love, joy, and kindness. Merry Christmas and welcome to the Candace Cameron podcast. I'm Candace. But this podcast isn't about me. It's actually about you. I'm here to introduce you to some of my friends and have open conversations about life's challenges, celebrations, and everything in between. It's time to celebrate my absolute favorite season of the year. I am bringing in special guests to talk all things Christmas. And then in January, we'll go back into our deep dive with Tara Lee Cobble about faith. Before we jump in, I want you to know about our favorite place for you to watch and listen to the Candace Cameron podcast, Access More. The Access More network is home to great shows from people like Paula Ferris, Benjamin and Kirsten Watson, Bob Goff, and so many more. And we are thrilled that season 1 of the Candace Cameron podcast will be available there too. To watch full video episodes of my show, go to accessmore.com, the Access More app, or you can follow the link directly from candace.com. I'll also have a link in all of my show notes. Hey there! Today, my guest is actress, executive producer, New York Times bestselling author, and mathematician, Danica McKellar. Hi, Danica.
Hi.
Well, like me, Danica started acting at a young age. She is best known as Winnie Cooper in The Wonder Years. We both competed on season 18 of Dancing with the Stars, and I'm sure you've seen many of her Christmas movies, including The Winter Palace and her newest one, Christmas at the Drive-In, that premiered on Great American Family. Welcome to my podcast.
Thank you, Candace. It's so nice to be here.
I'm so glad that you're here. I feel like we really have grown up together. And I feel like our careers have been side by side for so many years. We've done, and yet, like, we've had a friendship that has really grown, not just as much from when we were kids, but into the women we are today.
Absolutely. No, I know. I think we have a lot of shared history.
Yes.
In a way, we have very similar childhoods and we can relate to each other. And I think that's even though we weren't really close as friends, is what makes us friends now, or part of what it does, what brings us together. I mean, we've had very unique lives, but they're similar to each other.
Exactly. Do you remember the first time we met?
You know, I think we met when I went to a taping of Growing Pains.
No way.
Yes. And you were there with your mom.
Uh-huh.
It was very brief, but I was there visiting Jeremy Miller.
Oh, that's right.
Okay.
I forgot about that. I think I blocked that out after Dancing with the Stars.
Right. I know. But there was that. Were you at that bop party with New Kids on the Block?
Yes, I was at that bop party.
I don't remember meeting you there, but I was there too. And that was the night that Jeremy and I, he asked me to be his girlfriend. And I did not know that, you...
that we were like, I was 12, so.
I know. I mean, we're holding hands. It's kind of
exactly.
Yeah. But so I think we were both there, but didn't meet. And then we met at the taping.
Oh, I see.
That's what I remember.
Yeah, you could be right. I remember, though, that I at least met your mom and your sister way before I met you, because your sister and I did a Cabbage Patch commercial together.
That's right.
It was like preemie Cabbage Patch commercials. Yes. And I even remember her at the audition, because they were having us audition singly and then mix and matching the girls together. And then we did that commercial. And I think I was maybe 7 or 8. And I think your sister.
Well, let me think, because we didn't start auditioning and doing that kind of stuff till I was 10 and she would have been 9. So she would have been 9.
Maybe. Yeah, I was probably 9. It was probably 9 then.
9. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I think it was her first on-camera job ever.
Really?
Sure. Yeah, the Cabbage Patch commercial. Yeah. I had completely forgotten about that connection.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then of course we did Camp Cucamonga together.
Yes, another one for some reason I had temporarily forgotten about. Yes, that was a lot of fun. It was fun shooting it. I mean, and it was
fun.
Campy, but people love it. Apparently it's got its own cult following, right?
Yeah, I think it does. And there was that great rap song of Camp Cucamonga in it, but people do talk about it all the time, which is why I brought it up. Because again, part of our shared history, and we even worked together. But I feel like in more recent years, one was when we competed together on Dancing with the Stars.
Yes, that brought us together. And I remember, and we talked about the movies and then being together on Hallmark Channel.
Exactly.
And now Great American. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I know. So it's been such a great journey. And I love because we've known each other for so long, it feels just even more beautiful to know you as the woman that you are today. And
Candace, I don't want to brush over the huge impact that you've had on my life this year. I mean, I don't even know how to call that like friendship. It's like more than that because of you helping me to find my relationship with God and Jesus, and this whole, like, it's been like a revolution in my life. It's been a revelation in my life.
Yeah.
And you gave me this Bible that I read all the time and I love it so much. And I go to church now and I talk to Jesus all the time, every day. It's unbelievable. And that is, you were like my guide. I mean, clearly I was ready, but you were just an angel in my life, and you still are. And I just want to thank you for that.
Well,
publicly.
I thank you. I am teary-eyed right now. I have chills, but thank you. It just to see you grow in that area and have that relationship with Jesus and see your excitement
There's so
for
much love
him.
And joy.
Mm-hmm.
It's so, and it's also like rooted in this doing the right thing just because it's the right thing. Something that I've always connected with and wish there were just more people that seem to care about that. And then it's like, oh my gosh. And I think I told you this. I feel like, I was like, with regard to Jesus, like, it's you. It's always been you. I was like, oh,
yes.
This thing in me that I've always wanted to like understand better or connect with more. And then you end up meeting this entire community of people who have that too. And religion had always been something in my life that I'd only been exposed to, I guess, the negative part of it. Because let's face it, it has been used to do very mean things, evil things throughout history. Anything powerful we used and corrupted from time to time. And so that was my association with it. And I was missing out on all the amazing, beautiful stuff, like all the good stuff. I wasn't open-minded to it before. And
what do you think? Because I understand from experience too, it's a journey, but did you have an actual light bulb moment where like it suddenly made sense to you? Or was it more like, I just desperately desire to know, I'm going to dig in more? Like how did that happen for you?
It was more, I was curious. I was curious, and I'd been listening to, when you would read the Bible on your Insta stories, and I always I feel so comforted and happy. And then remember I DM'd you or texted you or something about forgiveness, and I got curious and you sent me your Bible. And so it was kind of the love of curiosity, and I already admired you so much, and I was intrigued also. It's like when you see somebody who you really admire and like they're so passionate about something, like, well maybe I want to find out more. And then the moment for me was somewhere in the middle of the Passion Play that you took me to at your church. There was something about that the watching Jesus do things, even if they're hard, because it's the right thing to do, and this earnestness. And there was something about it. It was like everything rushed together. And I somehow, I don't know, my dad says that's the Holy Spirit, like
yes,
came into me. Like, it was like
he's right.
And I remember after church, I was like, I think I want to share this, but I don't feel like I know what I'm talking about. And you're like, well, just share your journey. You don't have to know. And you don't have to, it's okay if you're a novice, just share what you're experiencing. And I was like, I don't know. And I was feeling kind of shy about it. And on the car ride from church to home, I was like, I have to share this joy. I have to share it. I have to share it. And I got home and I did this live Instagram, and I'm like, and I just like,
I remember.
Oh my gosh. And I was like crying. And I was like, this is the most amazing thing ever. And I just want everybody to feel this and to know that they have this, and this relationship is there for them if they just ask for it and they seek it. And all the answers are all around us, and they're in the Bible, and they're the people who have more experience, like you, or just other leaders in the community, and it's like, it's here for you, and you don't have to doesn't cost anything, and nobody expects anything from you.
Yeah.
They just want you to be happy and joyful and all this knowledge and all the good news as well, and then connecting with my dad over it, because he found his Christianity 20 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And he told me about it at the time, and he gave me this necklace at the time, and I was like, oh, that's so nice and whatever. But it just wasn't my time yet. And so being able to connect with him over this has been amazing and wonderful. I'll just randomly send him a text if I read something in the Bible that hits me a certain way, or it's just amazing. It's like brought my relationship with my dad to a whole other level.
Do you find now that when you connect with other people, especially maybe new people in your life, that if you know they're also a believer, there's just an instant connection to them?
Yes. And I mean, my brain says, well, just because you're a believer doesn't necessarily mean that you are going to be like a good person or whatever. But if you're really if you're truly right, so if you're an authentic Christian, a friend of mine, a cousin of mine, who has been a preacher in the past, he actually learned, he's been learning Hebrew and just to read earlier versions of the Bible. He's it's super hardcore. And he was telling me, well, look, there are Christians and there are authentic Christians. There are people who claim to be Christian, but then there's ones who actually truly are
walking it, living it out
for Christ, truly doing their very best to live in Jesus' examples and striving to be. None of us are going to be that, but we can strive for it. And that's when you're really authentic and earnest in that, then you're going to be a good person.
Well, I'll never forget when we had lunch, you had several Bible questions, and we were talking about the parable of the seeds and how some seeds fall on rocky soil and shallow soil, and some of them are on good soil, and those are the ones that grow and take root when they're in that good soil. And you said to me, well, I want to be one of those. I want to be the ones that take root and really grow, that don't fall away when times get hard or circumstances, get frustrating or there's distress in my life. I want to be someone that's deeply rooted.
Well, and that's when you need it the most.
Absolutely.
That's when you call. And I remember you telling me, life is still going to happen.
Yeah.
So I was love and joy all the time. Life is still going to happen. And it's true. But you know what I found? What I found is that having this relationship is all the in-between moments. So I can go to a sad place or a scared place or whatever, angry place, but not for very long. Because then I remember, oh, wait, I have this partnership. I have this relationship. Oh, yeah. And so you have those things, but you don't stay. At least that's how I've experienced it. Is that all the
I love that. Yes.
You keep returning, you keep returning to the center. And I've seen you go through it. I mean, you've done Insta stories where you're really upset, and then the next slide, you're like, but you know what? I'm okay.
I've got Jesus.
Yeah, exactly. And this that's a wonderful example as well.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if we want to spend the whole time talking about that. We've got lots to talk about.
Listen, I could talk about this all day long because I love it so much. But let me just ask you this though, while we're talking about it, and bring that into Christmas. Are there things that you're already thinking of differently because of your faith in the way that you're going to celebrate Christmas this year, or just things that are?
So right now I'm on this journey myself in my family. And my dad was, he's been out for a long time, and he doesn't live near me. And I'll see him for Christmas, and that's going to be a very different, experience. And I'm sure we'll go to church together, and it'll be it'll just be more. But for me personally, yes, the celebration means so much more. It's so much. And the songs like Tidings of Comfort and Joy, I'm like, oh, I get what
the lyrics. Yes.
Yes, comfort and joy.
Yeah.
Like for days. And that and any time. And this yeah, I'm going to go on and on. But yes,
I
the
know.
answer is yes, much more meaningful.
Good.
And I'm not going to not buy presents. And I already have done lots of charity stuff for the holidays. It's always been part of my life.
Yeah.
But it's also this very quiet, precious celebration of this relationship in my life.
Yeah. Oh, that's so beautiful. I know, one of our traditions that we've done with the kids, and we still do today, we just read Luke 2 in the Bible first thing before we open our gifts. And it just really sets the tone for what the day is all about and what we're celebrating. So we just read the story of Jesus writing in a savior has been born and been brought to us. And it's just a good,
I just wrote that down. Sorry.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah. Read Luke 2 and that's it. And we would always pass it around. So we would each read a couple of verses or go back and forth just so the whole family participated. And we're like, this is why we're celebrating today. But then, of course, we love all the other things that go along with Christmas and the traditions and the presents and all of that. Yeah, exactly. All of that. Well, okay. So tell me all about Christmas at the drive-in.
Yes. Christmas at the drive-in. So this is actually my first Christmas movie for Great American. The Winter Palace was just like a winter movie. That was in January.
And now is this your second or third movie with Neil Bledsoe?
Third.
Okay.
So we did a Hallmark movie called Coming Home for Christmas.
Okay. So you guys obviously really enjoy being together and acting together.
Yes. And so I had requested him for both the Winter Palace because it was my first Great American movie. I'm like, okay, I want it to be good. And I've been requesting him at Hallmark, but nobody listened to me for 5 years. But anyway, so we got to do Winter Palace, which went so well. And everybody loved it so much that it was very easy to do the Christmas movie. And Bill wanted us to do another movie together. So it's good to have a Christmas one on the books. And we have a lot of fun. I mean, obviously the whole dance challenge thing that we all
I know. Well,
together.
I want to talk about that. But before we do, just tell me a brief synopsis of the movie. It's already aired, but it will be playing all month long on Great American Family.
Many, many times, many opportunities to see it. So Christmas at the Drive-In is about this 1950s style drive-in that is being shut down. It's going to be bulldozed and a distribution center is going to be built. Now that's supposed to be good for the economy, et cetera, et cetera. My character finds out about this, and I had gone to the drive-in my whole childhood. And I'm a property lawyer, a retired property lawyer turned professor. I'm like, okay, I'm going to come out of retirement and try to save this. And the person who's trying to bulldoze it, of course, played by Neil Bledsoe, it was his dad's, and he's this business real estate guy who doesn't live anywhere near the area. He comes in, well, like, my dad's no longer alive. No one's running this place. It was never profitable anyway. It should be bulldozed. Mm-hmm. But I had gotten it a historic designation a few years prior at the request of his dad before his dad passed away. So I'm like, hey, you can't tear this down. This means so much. He's like, yeah, but the town never even went, and we need this for the economy. So I go to the Historic Commission and plead my case, and they say, well, I mean, in true, Christmas movie fashion, well, you'll have till Christmas to prove that the drive-in is better for the town than a distribution center. I'm like, well, how am I going to do that? The drive-in's only open like in the spring and summer. It's freezing. Nobody's going to go to the drive-in. She's like, well, this is what you have. This is your opportunity. And then she tells Holden, played by Neil Bledsoe, you have to help her. You have to make good faith effort to make this work, because if you don't, then we're not sure if you have the town's best interest in mind. So, you guys have to work together for 3 weeks to see if this can be, viable for the town. And so that's how it is. And of course, we're butting heads for a while, and then, he starts to
warm up to him.
I buried the lead, which is that he and I were high school sweethearts.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Yeah. And so, but,
that sounds so fun.
He went to college. And so we're starting to we had a lot of history at the drive-in when we were kids. It's really sweet. It's really charming and fun. And if people have not seen it yet, you should definitely check it out.
Oh, absolutely. I know they will. I was cracking up during all the social media while you were filming the movie, which I was filming my movie at the same time. So was Jen Lilly and Jesse Hutch and Andrea Barber and Dan Payne. And you started something that turned out to be like the greatest social content in Great American Family Channel history. So tell everybody what you did.
I was like, hey, so Jen and Jesse were posting all this really funny content behind the scenes, just silly stuff, whatever. I'm like, well, they seem like really, like they're posting a lot. And I wasn't going to bother you because these movies take a lot of focus, right? So
they really do.
They really do. So I texted Jen and Jesse, because I'm friends with both of them. I'm like, hey, do you guys want to do like some sort of dueling Christmas movie thing? Because we have our big dance, like the big Christmas dance is happening tomorrow. And so, they're like, oh, ours isn't happening for another week and a half, but we don't need to be dressed up. We can just dance anywhere. I'm like, great. So I just did a simple little twirl. I was like, hey, over to you guys. And then they did this like crazy rap thing and then invited you, which I'm so glad they did. And then I think it's so great that Mark Lucas, your co-star, didn't want to do any social media
No.
until it was a competition. And then it was like something, a fire.
But that's how I talked him into it. So yeah, I saw yours. I loved it. Saw Jen and Jesse respond. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, you know me. I'm up for competition and dancing. And social media. So I'm like, I want in on this. And Mark, my co-star, Mark Lucas, was like, no. And I was just like, Mark. And he's like, I don't do social media. I was like, come on. He's like, nope. And so little by little, I just kind of kept baiting him because as I got to know him, I knew that while I'm highly competitive, he is even more competitive than I am. So it's just turned into, I was like, come on, like, are we going to, I said all the things. And then he just was like, okay, well, if we're going to do this, we're going to do this.
Good job.
And then it kept going on. So we posted ours, then Andrea Barber posted one, and then it came back around and you guys had this incredible like lip sync to Grease. And then it turned into like the musical dance wars.
Yep. Yeah. And the We Are the Champions, that was amazing. Well, and I mean, nobody puts baby in the corner. It was so great. And then you saw Jen and Jesse.
Jen and Jesse's was so fantastic. Oh yeah.
Like, nobody puts baby in the corner. And then like he literally had her baby.
Yes. It was so cute. And then they also posted a Napoleon Dynamite dance that kept being taken off Instagram for who knows what reasons. But all of us, it was so much fun.
Well, and while don't forget about the one that the epilogue, whatever. That Neil and I posted.
Oh, that's right. You guys did last Christmas.
Yeah, last Christmas. We did lip syncing to Last Christmas. There wasn't a lot of dance in it, but this was his vision. He's like, okay, wait, I know what we have to do. I'm like, I think it's done. I think we're over. He's like, no. We haven't won yet. I'm like, it's not about winning. It was just for having fun so that we could all like get some attention, great American movies and like have fun while we're doing it. He's like, no. Okay. So it's like black and white and it's like you're first to the camera and I'm profile. And we just we do Last Christmas. It's like super 1980s. I'm like, okay, well we have to cut it with something. I was like, no. I'm like, no, we have to cut it with other things. So I just started grabbing B-roll whenever we were doing anything. And then when we did a gallery shoot, he convinced Shane, the photographer, he's like, okay, so can we borrow this set so that we can just record this? Because he brought his
it was brilliant
camera. And we recorded the black and white part of it, and then we cut it in with the desaturated color stuff that I shot on set.
Wait, did you do the editing?
I edited it.
Did you do the editing or did Neil?
I edited that thing myself. What? No, I did
oh my goodness.
I would send him versions and he would give me notes.
Oh my goodness.
He was on another job already. Yeah. It was hilarious.
It was fantastic. Everything. If our viewers and listeners have not seen them, you can go to our social pages. I'm pretty sure they're going to be uploaded if they aren't already on the Great American Community app because they're that fantastic. But they're all there for you to watch.
If you go to my highlights, there's one called Christmas Movie. And it's mostly just the dance challenge stuff. So if you go to it, there's a couple things in my trailer, but mostly it documents the different Insta stories that were made, the different challenges. Oh yeah, well here we're coming back with another one. So it's all there, including I think all the links to the reels of the actual dances. So
perfect. So your Instagram, go to the highlight bubble of Dance Wars.
It's called Christmas Movie.
Oh, Christmas Movie. Okay.
Yeah, I tried to make a separate Dance Wars highlight and then move them over, and you can't do that. Once the story is expired, it has to stay on the highlight that it's on. I know. I tried to do that. But anyway, it says Christmas Movie. That's how you find it.
Great. We will find it. It was so much fun. And we do work really hard when we do our movies, just so all of you watching know that we work incredibly hard, but you have to have fun in the in-betweens. And that's what those Dance Wars are all about.
Yeah, then the fire is lit and you just like, oh my gosh, but and I remember I was like, oh, I can't, we have no time for this. I'm like, oh, well, we can shoot some stuff. I'll edit it later. We'll just, maybe it'll happen.
I love everything about Christmas. And Great American Family Channel is the place to find your new favorite holiday movies all year round. You might be wondering how to watch Great American Family Channel. You can text Christmas to 877-999-1225 for more details. And for you Full House fans, they have all the Full House and Fuller House reruns too. Text Christmas to 877-999-1225.
Yeah,
it's so great.
These movies on an incredible schedule. They're
Fast and
really
Furious.
Intense.
They are.
Yeah.
You know, everyone, it's a question I get asked a lot, as I know you do too. And it's like, is it so much fun to make a Christmas movie? And you're like, yes. I mean, you can answer this. I have fun. I'm like, but it is the most grueling work I do of all of the things that I do, because the schedule is really intense. Like, they are long days.
It's intense fun.
Yes. But it's long days. Like, it's a lot of memorization. It is a lot of locations, and you just have to be on your game and giving your output. I mean, 100% output, like 15 hours a day, every day for 3 weeks. And
you're switching moments.
Yeah.
You're crying one moment, and the next moment you're like, it's the beginning of the movie. And it's like, oh, and now because we shoot, in one location, and we shoot at that location, then move to another spot. Right. That location might be at the beginning, the middle, and the end of the movie. And sometimes it's more convenient to shoot the last scene first.
Exactly.
And that has happened to me before.
Oh, here's a random question. How many times have you shot your kiss which is usually the last scene of the movie? How many times have you shot your kiss within the first day or two of the movie?
So when Neil and I worked together the first time, it was the very first scene we shot together on Coming Home for Christmas.
Isn't it?
The very first scene was the teary-eyed, oh my gosh, I can't believe we're finally together. Confession of feelings. Nice to meet you. We've met before, but that was the first scene we shot.
So for someone that you haven't worked with, do you prefer it or do you hate it?
Well, it really depends on who that person is going to turn out to be. So sometimes it might be better. Obviously,
that's what I
like is fine. But
sometimes I thought the same. Know. I'm like, maybe it's actually better. You just get it out of the way, and then when you don't know someone, because it can be really awkward. And at the same time, maybe you get to know someone after 3 weeks, and then you're like, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm kissing my brother.
Well, you have to put I just go into a different place.
I know you do. As an actor, you're like, you're your character.
Yeah, it's I don't even know how to describe it, and I don't have to describe it to you, but anyone listening, it's very strange because even if there's a very sad scene, you're in it, but you're not like the core of me is watching it and seeing how it's going. Like, okay, good. Oh, that felt like an authentic emotion. Whatever. Mm-hmm. There's that inside, and then there's this other shell that's kind of channeling this experience that somebody else would be having. It's some people say, "Oh, well, are you really feeling those things?" Kind of.
Yeah.
But not to my core. It's like I'm feeling those things, but I'm not. There's not the very, very center of me isn't. But the rest of me is. Yeah. My body is. It's weird. It's kind of because otherwise you couldn't cry if your body weren't feeling things. But it's not at your core. Yeah, I don't know. It's really.
I understand. I completely understand.
Anything high emotion or high stakes is kind of like that.
Yeah.
What were you saying?
Oh no, I'm saying I fully understand what you're saying. It might be confusing to some people if you're not an actor, but yeah, that's how we work. That's how it works.
Yeah. And I've had to kiss actors that I was not getting along with at all my whole career. For whatever reason, they're just not a nice person or whatever, or I just saw them yell at a crew member or and I'm just like, ugh, and then you have to pretend to be in love with them, and you just pretend.
Yeah, I know. Everyone's like, "Who is it? Who is it?" But I'm not asking that. Would never ask that.
I can tell you anyway.
Okay, let's do a little rapid fire. A few questions. So, what is your favorite Christmas food?
Hot apple cider.
Yummy. That's a drink, but it counts. Food? I'm like, it's a drink.
Okay, my favorite dessert is chocolate Yule Log.
Ooh.
Which I make it every year. And I actually, in 2 of my movies, my character made it.
Do you have a recipe that you developed or that was passed down, or?
It's a recipe that my mom taught me that I think she kind of changed another recipe that she had found. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's 4 pages of very detailed notes because I'm not a baker at all. And I love making dinner. I can make a healthy dinner, no problem. Roasted broccoli.
Lots of vegetables. That I know.
Yes,
you crave vegetables.
Yes,
I know. So do I, but you crave them even more than me.
Yeah, well, we're healthy people. It's good.
Yep.
But so I'm not good at baking. And part of my problem is I'm like, oh, I think I can make this even better, and I'll just do random things to it that you shouldn't do because it's chemistry. So with this recipe, there's egg whites, and you fold them in, and it's a whole process. And and it becomes a work of art because it's a log. So you roll it with whipped cream that you make, and then you roll it up and cut it so you have the cross section that looks like a log. And then you decorate it and make little marzipan, mushrooms and cute little things, holly leaves.
Oh, sounds so beautiful and delicious.
It is. It's great. It takes like hours to do.
That's what my next question was. Okay. That sounds good. So are you a gift giver or gift receiver?
Giver, for sure. In fact, I don't like when people ask me what I want. I'm like, I don't know. If I want something, I'll get it myself. Like, just come over, just like whatever. I'm not a good receiver. I mean, I'm gracious about it, but I don't know. I'm always more concerned, like, well, I want to make sure that the person who gave me something feels good about the fact that they feel good,
Yes.
Like they feel like I liked it. So I'm concerned because I want to make sure I like it because I'm concerned about how, they're going to feel. Anyway, I
do the same thing. I often disclaim my gifts before I give them. It's like, so I thought about this for you, but I just want you to know that if you don't like it or you want a different color, you could return it, or I got it and I'm always like, why am I disclaiming my gifts?
Yeah, just give
But
them,
you want them to like it so much. That's why.
Yes. Well, and I just want them, I want them to and I have a document where I write notes throughout the year of something that I think people might like. So I don't have to go, oh no, here it is.
That's so
November,
good.
And I don't know what they want. I haven't thought about it. So I haven't been as good about that this year, actually, but it works really well.
Yep.
You just go to my document.
Favorite Christmas movie of all time?
Of all time?
Or what you watch the most every year. Do you watch one on repeat?
Yes. A Christmas Story, because Draco loves it. I mean, I love it too. Who doesn't? It's so sweet. Such a fun, silly movie. So we love that movie, Christmas Story.
Do you, just tell me what your plans are for Christmas this year.
Gonna make a big dinner. Gonna make a chocolate Yule log. Gonna get a big tree and decorate it. And I think we might, I don't know if we're going to hire somebody to put lights on our house this year. We have a bigger house now, so I have to figure that out. But I definitely want to decorate the outside of the house too with lights. I just think it's so pretty. And I mean, all these movies always have so many twinkle lights, and that's what I love. I love the twinkle lights behind you, by the way. They're very, very pretty.
Oh, thank you. Tree, right? Are you yes. Are you like twinkle white lights, or do you like colored bulbs?
Colored lights.
I like the
colors.
Me too. I'm same.
Not to say that there aren't beautiful hotel lobbies with white lights, and I'm like, that's great. But for home,
I know.
Dazzle. It's like jewels, different colors of jewels in the tree.
I feel the same way. I'm like, white twinkle lights can be anywhere. I'm like, but Christmas needs the color.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I agree.
Okay, so I'm asking all of our guests one final question. What is your 2022 Christmas wish?
My 2022 Christmas wish is that, I want people to feel the joy that I have found this year. I want people to feel that, and I want them to not feel alone. I want them to feel the embrace and the love. Even if they're not ready to call it the Holy Spirit, I want them to feel the Holy Spirit with them and feel that support and love and comfort.
Oh, that's beautiful, Danica. That's my wish right along with you. Thank you for sharing your journey of faith, and I'm in prayer alongside you always and encouraging you to share that, because it's there are moments of hope for people, and you don't have to have it all together or know all the answers. You just have to take one step every day.
Yeah.
And that's what you're doing. So I just love seeing it, and I'm just cheering you on along the way.
Thank you so much, Candace. Thank you for everything. You're just a light in my life.
Thank you. You are in mine too. So very Merry Christmas. And
yes, Merry Christmas.
I hope I see you soon.
Me too. I think we will.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
I get to answer a listener question today. At the beginning of each podcast, you heard me say, this podcast isn't about me, it's about you. And it's true. When you go to Candace.com, you'll see an easy place to ask questions, and then I get to answer them here and in the podcast email. So today's question is from Nicole, who asked, how do you balance it all? Do you have any quick tips on how to balance it all with motherhood, being married, and work, and just having time to be with friends and be by yourself? Nicole, I'm really glad you asked this because so many of us struggle with this same thing. And I have really good news because this is exactly what we're going to be talking about in season 2 of the podcast. So there is so much to come on that. I have a special guest, still a surprise, who's going to help us understand how to find our calling and our direction no matter what season of life we're in. And I actually wrote a book several years ago called Balancing It All. This isn't an ad for the book. It is several years old, but I will put a link for that in the show notes. So thank you, Nicole, for your question. And remember, if you have a question, you can ask it at Candace.com. Until next time, be grateful all day, every day. This has been a Candace Cameron Bure podcast, a production of Candy Rock Entertainment. Some of the products and services mentioned are paid promotions. Any advice should be confirmed with a qualified professional. Opinions and ideas are for entertainment purposes only and belong to Candy Rock Entertainment. All rights reserved.